Good evening, everybody. Thank you for watching my lecture. Today's lecture is Megapatchaya Pat Condition Part 7. So today is September 20, 2017. We changed the time a little bit earlier, 1 hour earlier. So because later on Friday, 4 will begin. So we will start on every Wednesday, 5 to 7. Okay. Before studying the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddha, say Namo Tassa and 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, so previous lecture, I explained about the first factors of the Megapatchaya. Eightfold Noble Path, first factor is very important, right view. Samma Ditti. Right view is very wide range to discuss. So that's why I'm take more time to discuss the right view. So right view is the highest right view is knowledge about the Four Noble Truth. Four Noble Truth, first Noble Truth is suffering, true of suffering, and then second Noble Truth is the origin of the suffering. So knowledge about the first two truths, these two truths, true of suffering and true of the origin of suffering, should be acquired both by learning. Learning means reading the Dhamma book and then listening the Dhamma talk in two ways. And then after preparation, we need to follow by developing insight through meditation. I mean, insight meditation. That means it's experimental proof. What already you learn. So the Buddha teaching is very practical. Not only theory, not only ideology. The Buddha teaching is a very practical way. So about the right view, understanding or knowledge in first two noble truths, explained in the Cūḷataṇhāsaṅkhaya Sutta. Cūḷataṇhāsaṅkhaya Sutta. Sula means little, not great. Maha is a great. We say in Pali, Maha. Maha is a great, but Sula is less, not great. Little. Dana means dana, attachment or greed or craving. Sankhaya means Sankhaya means disappear. Disappear means destroy. So this kind of sutta, the Sakka is kin or the deity, two deity rings. very to the lowest ring of the deity, Cūḷataṇhāsaṅkhaya and Taurisa. These two deity rings, king is Sakka. We say in Pali, Sakka. Sakka is king of the deity. So one day, when the Buddha was residing in the Savatthi, Jetavana monastery in the Savatthi, the city name Savatthi. So the king of the deity came down to the Buddha, pay respect to the Buddha, and he asked the question about that. Venerable, please explain briefly, not too long, because I have no time to listen long discourse. I want to listen the short discourse. That's why the Buddha then give the name the Sula. Sula is not long discourse. Chula is short, little. Yeah, very short way. The Buddha, he want to know how to eradicate the attachment. Yeah, in the short way, shortcut way. You want to know. Yeah. So in this sutta, we find the following regarding embraced knowledge to be acquired by learning. Yeah. That's why I'm already told you we need knowledge about the first two noble truths should be acquired by learning and then developing inside meditation. So in this sutta, the Buddha said, "O king of the deity, Sakka, in this teaching, a monk has the heart, but the phenomena are not worth adhering to." That meaning is whatever when a person hear, that hearing, action is just only phenomenal, not the person, just only phenomenal. So that's why no need to attach that one. Not only, hearing, but also the other seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking as well. Yeah, six door through the sixth door. So the Buddha explained very short way. So it means as a monk. A monk is a means. The Buddha always mentioned the monk, but it's including the lay people also, not only monk. Yeah, has ever had that the five aggregate, only five aggregate, everything. Whatever we saw, whatever we had, whatever we smelled, only five aggregate that occur at the six sense door every time, everywhere. There's a seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and then thinking. So these should not be regarded as a permanent and pleasant or as a set or soul. Yeah, that they are transitory. Transitory means that just only appearing and disappear, and unsatisfactory and nausea. Yeah. So like this. In the center, the seeing consciousness or whatever other consciousness through the six sense door, combined with the object, individual object, visible object, sound, smell, taste, tangible object, and mental object. So come to the six things to, and then we have the different consciousness, seeing consciousness, hearing consciousness, sorry, smelling consciousness, tasting consciousness, touching consciousness, and then thinking consciousness. Not only consciousness, but also the feeling, including at the same moment, feeling combined with the consciousness, perception combined with the consciousness, and then mental formation combined with the consciousness, isn't it? So when we hear something, the sound and the ear do, they are material body. They are material. So material is aggregate of matter, rūpakkhaṇḍa, aggregate of matter, rūpakkhaṇḍa, and then feeling. We have feeling, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, neutral feeling. Whatever we feel, a feeling is a feeling aggregate with a khandha. Yeah. And then perception. Perception is we perceive something and then we understand what we saw, what we had. So perception and perception aggregate, sanya khandha. Yeah. And then mental formation, many, and the other different mental factors, contact, phasa, and then chetana, volition or motivation, and many other different kind of the mental factors working together with the hearing consciousness. Hearing consciousness. So these mental factors we call mental formation aggregate sankhara khandha. And then the hearing consciousness is viññāṇa khandha, mind aggregate. So when we hear something, these five aggregate only at that moment, not person, not soul, and not the other. Just only these five aggregate phenomena working together. And we see, we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch, and we thinking. Yeah. In reality, it's just only the five phenomena, five aggregate working together in that moment. Yeah. The interesting thing is these aggregate, these phenomena depend on the condition, isn't it? Yeah. So they are not permanent. Because they depend on condition, the condition disappear, they also disappear. Yeah. That's why they are not permanent, just only transitory. They are just only transitory, just only appearing because of the condition and disappear because of the condition vanish. Yeah. So when we reading the book, in theory we understand, we learn like this. It's enough. It's enough for preliminary knowledge. Yeah, preliminary knowledge. Yeah. This is just only I explain this one is in short way, but in detail like this, I already explained this one. When we see the visible object through the idol, so there are many phenomena in the mind as well, the feeling, perception, mental formation, and then various kind of consciousness, not only ear consciousness, not only eye consciousness, but also the other different kind of the consciousness perform their individual function. When we learn the process, mental process, we already learn. So anyway, all of these phenomenon working together, we make different group. Just only we got 5 aggregate, isn't it? Yeah. The visible object and all. Sorry. Oh, visible object and all is just only one aggregate, and the feeling is another aggregate. Perception is another aggregate. Mental formation is another aggregate, and then consciousness is another aggregate. So anyway, altogether, the contact is including in the mental formation, including in mental formation. So anyway, we got the 5 aggregate. Whatever we see, whatever we hear, in reality. So we need to try to prove that theory by developing insight meditation. It's another step to upgrade our knowledge from the preliminary stage, beginning stage, to the intermediate or higher. Okay, so so then he has a sufficient learning. We say in Pali it's a sutamayañāṇa. Ñāṇa is a wisdom. Sutamaya means a learning. Sutta. Sutta is a learning. Learning by reading Dhamma book or by listening the Dhamma talk. So 2 kind of the sutta we have to learn. So that's why sutta is these 2. Maya means make learning. Maya. So sutamayañāṇa. So wisdom make by learning. So that means we gain the knowledge by learning. 2 kind of learning, by reading and by listening. So it's a sufficient learning before practice meditation. Without this knowledge, it's not ready to practice meditation because there's many doubts. So before learning and directly practice meditation is not possible, or not, it's very difficult, because when you practice meditation, you have a lot of doubt. So very difficult to progress in the practice of meditation. That's why we need to learn, and then we practice. This is a good procedure to do so. So the Buddha continue in this sutta. Then that monk who has learned that much by hearsay meaning is listening the Dhamma talk from the other, and then reading the Dhamma book. But at the Buddha time, no popular the reading book, something like this, just only hearing. So that's why the Buddha mentioned only hearsay from the teacher. And then know all phenomena by contemplating. It's the next step. Try to prove the theory by contemplating. So know all phenomena. All phenomena means everything what we contemplate is just only phenomena So this phenomena is only five aggregate, not other. Only we saw the reality is a five aggregate only. Yeah. So this is accurate experience, proved by experience. Yeah, by practice inside meditation. So then the blessed one, the Buddha, taught how to attain the analytical knowledge of the mind and matter. Analytical knowledge means pariccheda. Pariccheda. Nāmarūpapariccheda-ñāṇa. Nāmarūpa is nama is a mind. The Buddha, the Bali was nama is more deep meaning, not only mind. Nama means mind and manifest. So two, not only mind. But English translation is we translate like the mind. But actually, nama meaning is mind and manifest. Rupa meaning is matter, material. 28 kind of material. Pariccheda means we differentiate by analytical knowledge. Jnana. Yeah, jnana is knowledge or wisdom. Yeah, it's a first step to understand the phenomenon, to understand the reality by experience. Yeah. So that's why the Buddha point out like this, how to attain. So all phenomena are impermanent. We need to try to understand by practicing insight meditation. It's all phenomena impermanent, unsatisfactory, and no soul. Nature, dukkha, anatta. So we need to try to understand by practicing insight meditation. So that is sufficient learning to engage in the meditation. So before practice meditation, sufficient learning means just only we reading and listening is all phenomena impermanent, but we cannot prove just right now. Just reading, just listening. So we accept all phenomena are impermanent and satisfactory and no soul, but we still have a little doubt about that. Maybe or may not. We have, but actually we practice insight meditation. We see more clearly. Oh yeah, this all phenomena is impermanent. Yeah. So through the meditation, one can differentiate mind and matter. Yeah, nama, rupa, differentiate. And then to realize the true nature of the impermanent and unsatisfactoriness is the next step. First, we need to see just only nama and rupa. Yeah. So five aggregates and rupa khanda is rupa. Feeling, now vedana khanda, feeling aggregate, sanya khanda, perception aggregate, manda formation aggregates, sankhara khanda, and vijnana khanda, mind aggregate. These four are nama. So nama and rupa. First, we need to see every moment, any kind, when we contemplate on any kind, at any moment, we see these two, nama and rupa, all five aggregate. Yeah. So try to practice again and again, more and more. So later, we realize the true nature of the impermanence of the mind and manifest and matter. So the first two indicate the sufficient learning, sutamayañāṇa. Yeah. So panya wisdom is different level. There's different level of the wisdom. So sutamayañāṇa is a basic level of the wisdom, because we cannot prove just only by reading, learning, just only learning is reading and listening. Yeah. And then to proceed the practice of meditation is the next step. Yeah, to prove accordingly. Yeah. So the third one should how by contemplating each act of the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking at the moment of its occurrence, arising, one gain the analytical knowledge of body and mind, nāmarūpapariccheda-ñāṇa. Yeah, this is the first step of the knowledge in the insight meditation. And then the knowledge by the discerning conditionality, the next step. Our understanding level is upgrade into the next step is that we understand the conditionality. Not only nāmarūpa. These nama, these mind and manifestors, and these material depend on the condition. Because of condition, they appear. So we understand like this. Yeah. At the time, the wisdom we call is paccaya-pariccheda-ñāṇa. Paccaya. Paccaya means conditionality. Condition. Paccaya. He do paccaya. Yeah, like this. Paccaya means Paccaya means conditionality. Pariccheda means discerning. Ñāṇa means wisdom. So which know the cause of the phenomenon, such as the seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking. So the phenomenon has their individual causes. We see like this. So these two kind of knowledge we call higher wisdom, abhidhamma panya, not sutamayañāṇa, isn't it? Sutamayañāṇa is just reading and listening. We cannot prove. But these two are wisdom, nāmarūpapariccheda-ñāṇa, and paccaya-pariccheda-ñāṇa. So these two kind of wisdom or knowledge are called higher wisdom. Abhidhamma panya. Yeah. Even though just believe in the Buddhism, but never practice insight meditation, they cannot attain the higher knowledge, because just listening and then reading. Yeah. That's why these two kind of knowledge, higher wisdom, because we have the chance to attain such kind of knowledge in the teaching, under the guidance of the teaching of Buddha. Without the guidance of the teaching of Buddha, we cannot try. We cannot make effort. So the Buddha Sasana, we say Buddha Sasana, the teaching of Buddha, right now we still have the chance the guidance or the teaching of Buddha, and we practice insight meditation, and we has ability, we has a chance to gain the higher knowledge, higher wisdom, Panya, Panya. So Panya Panya has been a realization Ñāṭa Pariññā. Ñāṭa Pariññā. Ñāṭa Pariññā meaning Ñāṭa means knowing, understanding. So Pariññā means Ñā meaning the understanding also. So that means that these three higher knowledge, higher knowledge. So by the fourth is a mean full knowledge of all phenomena and insight into their three characteristics in accordance with the teaching of the Buddha. So to know all these things experimentally, Sabbandhammaṅ abhiññāya. We say in Pali, Sabbandhammaṅ abhiññāya. Sabba meaning all. Yeah. Dhamma means phenomenal. Abhiññā means by realizing higher knowledge, realizing by higher knowledge. So to contemplate then, we see Sabbandhamma pariccheda-ñāṇa. That means Sabbandhamma, all phenomena. Pariccheda means comprehend. Comprehending. Yeah. So all dhammas is comprehend by insight meditation. Yeah. So this constitutes the profound knowledge or the realization. Tirana Prajna. Tirana means beyond the belief. Yeah. First, we reading book or listening Dhamma talk. It's just learning. It's not beyond the belief. Just belief. The kind of Dhamma talk, the kind of the Dhamma book. Oh, it's reasonable. So we accept. Just in belief. But with the higher knowledge, these three kind of higher knowledge, we see beyond the belief. Not only believe, I saw this reality by myself, not by reading this book, not by listening the Dhamma talk. Yeah. Tirana Prajñāna. Yeah. Tirana Prajñāna. It's very important. Yeah. After beyond belief, and we practice, our main aim is to abandon the attachment. So next step is abandoning, abandoning knowledge, abandoning wisdom is the pahana prajna. Pahana prajna. Pahana. Pahana means abandoning. So we need to understand these three kind of the higher knowledge, Ñāṭa Pariññā and Tirana Pariññā and Pahana Pariññā. Yeah. So first we need Ñāṭa Pariññā, first step. After Ñāṭa Pariññā, we beyond the belief, Tirana Pariññā. We attain the Tirana Pariññā, beyond the belief, and then we can easily, remove the attachment, abandoning Pahana Pariññā. Yeah. So these three kind of higher knowledge we need to attain. So the right view is a very deep meaning. So right view is when we attain these three kind of higher knowledge, we say right view. Yeah. So right view is a very, very deep meaning, what the Buddha said. Yeah. That's why I take a long time to discuss the right view. Yeah. So very, very important. Okay. So we continue. Next one is the practice consists of the developing the three stage or the path. Path meaning is path condition or Eightfold Noble Path. Yeah. In Eightfold Noble Path, the Buddha said the right view, right thought. So eight factors the Buddha discussed in briefly, but in detail, we need to understand in the procedure of practice. So we have to understand three stages of path. Three stages. First stages is the basic path. Basic path, and then another one is a preliminary path, and then the noble path. We cannot directly go to the noble path. To go to the noble path, to follow to the noble path, we need basic path, we need preliminary path. Yeah. So the basic path in Pali is a mula magga. Magga is path. The mula is a basis. Yeah. Mula magga. So mula magga comprise the right view of the ownership of the one karma. Karma sakata samadhi. We already discussed about that. Yeah. Everybody has a, action, many kind of action. Everybody already performed. So we are owner of the action. So we will get the result from that kind of action. Yeah, accordingly. So this is a basis right view. Yeah. So basic right view means that we understand or and then morality, sila. Yeah. Sila is for lay people, 5 precepts. For the man, 227 precepts. We need to follow. Sila, and then asset concentration. Asset concentration means upachara samadhi. Upachara. Asset concentration or absorbent concentration, appana samadhi. The appana samadhi is much more higher than the upachara samadhi. Yeah. So these three we say basic path, mula magga. Yeah, mula magga. As for the accomplishment in the concentration, we try and practice again and again. And then the meditator should take up the tranquility exercise, and such as the mindfulness or the respiration, anapanasati, breathing in and out practice, because of trying to gain the access concentration or absorption concentration. Yeah. That means we need concentration power to understand the reality, because of the phenomenon, many phenomena arises in our body and mind. Very few short moment, many phenomena arises. So to understand then we need power of concentration. Without power of concentration, we cannot understand, because they are very fast. and disappear. Rise and disappear. Rise and disappear. This one we need concentration, strong concentration. In our daily life, we have a little concentration, but that level is not enough to understand the reality. That's why we practice. The inside meditation with the anapanasati, respiration, breathing in and out, meditation, mindfulness meditation, tranquility exercise, to gain the certain level of the concentration power. And then practice it until attaining absorption or assess concentration again and again. Yeah, again and again. Okay, so the meditator another way. It's a one way, not only one way. The Buddha taught many different ways to gain the concentration power. So the different meditator maybe can beginning contemplating on the four primary element. Four primary element meaning is earth element, water element, wind element, and fire element. So these four primary element is very obvious to contemplate. So that's why the Buddha point out to practice on them to gain the concentration power. Yeah. So by means of which momentary concentration, at least we need for insight vipassana, kanika samadhi, we say, we need. So the momentary concentration is very close to the assessed concentration, maybe attain. The assessed concentration and momentary concentration is very nearly equal. Very nearly equal. So we need to understand like this. But try and practice again and again. A momentary concentration become powerful, and then we gain the assessed concentration level. Yeah. So this concentration dispel the hindrances in our mind. There are 5 kinds of hindrances in our mind. Hindrances means many block the progress of our mind. Yeah. The hindrances always block our mental power. That's why our mind is not become powerful. So how many hindrances? 5. Number 1 is desire, karma, kama chanda. Karma means desire in the visible object, desires in sound, desire in 6 kind of the 6 things. Yeah. And then evil, another hindrance. Another hindrance, evil is anger, hatred. Yeah. Pyabad. Pyabada, we say in the different name. Pyabada nivarana. So hindrances in Pali is a nivarana. So kamachanda nivarana, pyabada nivarana, tinamida nivarana, oticca, kukucca nivarana, and avijja nivarana. So there's a 5 kind of the nivarana. Kamachana nivarana is the sense desire, sensual desire. Vyapara nivarana is anger, hatred, and Tinamida Nirvana is sloth and torpor. Odijja, Kukucha, Nirvana, and restless, and Kukucha is remorse, and then doubt. Vichikicha, Nirvana, Vichikicha, Nirvana, doubt. So these hindrances block our mental power. That's why in our daily life we cannot understand the reality. Yeah. Without practice inside meditation, we never understand the reality. We always in the imaginary, in our daily life. No reality, just imaginary. Because of these hindrances block our mental power. So the Buddha gave the example, the sensual desire, kamachanda nirvana, look like the person has debt. Person borrow from the money from the bank. He always thinking about that. Oh, I have to pay. I have to repay my debt. Maybe he or she always worry about that. Yeah. So like the sensual desire, look like the debt to repay. Who borrow from money from the bank. Yeah. And then evil. The evil is kind of to suffer a person who suffer the disease, kind of the diabetes. So that person, diabetes, who suffer the diabetes disease, they need to always they need to choose the food because of too much sugar. The problem, the sugar very taste sweet, but they're afraid. Like this. The anger is like this. Very angry at the time. The person very angry. So the other person, oh, you should not be angry because of that reason or something like that. Explain. But the angry man don't want to accept it. Yeah, like this. Yeah. So and then next one is Tinamida. Sloth and torpor. Sloth and torpor, as the Buddha said, that person look like the capture in the jail. A person who arrest in the jail at the jail, he cannot go anywhere, whatever he want, whatever he want, isn't it? Yeah, like this. Sloth and torpor is, even though practice meditation, sloth and torpor, many sloth and torpor, we cannot kind of in the jail. We cannot make a develop, mentally, like arrest, kind of the arrest. Yeah, the Buddha example, very beautiful example to understand. And then the next one is the Odicca Gogocha. Odicca Gogocha Nirvana is look like a person. He is a slave. Person, he is a slave. He or she is a slave. So slave is cannot do anything whatever he want because the owner always order. You should do that one. You should do this one. You You must do, not should. You must do this one. You must do that one. So he or she, the slave always need to follow the order of the owner. Yeah, like this. Huh? So restlessness and remorse, like this. The condition in our mind, like this. We always follow that. But restlessness, only wandering a lot. So we cannot focus on the meditation objects, and we cannot gain the progress of the mental power. That's why the Buddha said this is a great hindrance, great block. And then the last one is Vichikicca Nivarana, doubt. Yeah. Doubt is like a person who trouble the desert, or who travel the very deep forest where there's a robber. So doubt is like this. Yeah. Many kind of doubt, even though practice meditation, is cannot make easily to progress mental power, because thinking a lot. Oh, this is correct or not? This is true or not? Huh? Yeah. So anyway, so the access concentration or momentary concentration has a power to dispel the hindrances, so that the purification of mind can be achieved. Yeah. If we can remove the hindrances, our mind become pure. Because of no hindrances, become pure. So pure mind may be achieved by practicing inside meditation. So after developing the basic part, this is only basic part. Meditators step observing the reality of the truth of the suffering by the contemplating continuously the phenomena of the seeing, the phenomena of the hearing, the phenomena of the smelling, the phenomena of the tasting, the phenomena of the touching, the phenomena of the thinking at every moment. At every moment, each phenomena occurs with very strong concentration power and very strong mindfulness. He saw the reality. Yes, that reality. Oh, yeah, there's only mind and matter. They are also arise because of the condition. And then they disappear very fast, because the condition also disappear. They also disappear. So understand step by step, little by little. Yeah. Okay, so this is the basic part, only basic part we need to understand. So when the concentration began fully established, the fully established one began well with every moment of the arising and vanishing, disappearing of mind and matter. And then see there are three characteristics: impermanent nature, and satisfactoriness nature, and no soul nature. Yeah. So while contemplating each action of the rising, falling, sitting, touching, bending, stretching, lifting, stepping forward, moving, resting. So the meditator began to recognize the knowing mind as a distinct from the material body. We start to understand like this: the mind and material is separate. No. Before practice meditation, we understand these together. But after practice meditation, we understand, oh, the nature of the mind and material is different, totally different. They are separate. So this discernment is we call analytical knowledge of the body and mind. In Pali, it's a nāmarūpapariccheda-ñāṇa. This is an initial basis knowledge for the development of insight meditation, insight knowledge. Okay, so as a power concentration became further developed, so while contemplating, rising, falling, sitting, touching, etc., so the meditator came to realize that one touch, because there's a material body to touch, and then see because of the eye and sight, hear because of ear and sound. Without ear, without sound, no hearing consciousness, isn't it? And the band because of the desire, mind, desire to band. So we understand little and little more detail. So as concentration began further strengthened, more powerful, so during the course of the noting or contemplating, rising, falling, sitting, touching, seeing, hearing, thinking, feeling, stiff, hot, or painful, whatever we experience, so one discerns clearly the origination of the object. The origination of object means the starting to arise. And then as well as the dissolution. Dissolution means the end of the disappear. Yeah. From the beginning of this arise to the end of the disappear, we see, because of the concentration power, very powerful. We can look at every phenomenon, beginning of the arising to the end of the disappear, like this. So more and more we our knowledge strengthen, stronger and stronger. So one began convinced through a personal experience by practicing insight meditation, so that every phenomenon is impermanent, and then that is come into being only to vanish instantly, very quickly. So one realized too that incessant arising, continuous arising, ceasing, dreadful suffering. Yeah, at the time we understanding the Buddha said, first noble truth or suffering. Oh yeah, what the Buddha said, that the truth of suffering, dukkha satya, is very, very true. We accept by our knowledge at that time, not only listening and not only reading, not only learning, direct experience, our own direct experience, we accept. Oh yeah, it's dreadful suffering because of the appearing and disappearing. We cannot control it. Just only they perform the function, the phenomenon perform their function and disappear. Like this. So what is not subject to one's control, the suffering is not self or no soul, just only phenomenon. Yeah. So this kind of knowledge is also right view. That right view know the reality of every phenomenon. Yeah. So as a power concentration upgrade step by step, so get stay more developed. And although The meditator is noting or contemplating the act of rising, falling, sitting, bending, stretching, lifting, moving forward, dropping, whatever, any kind of action or any kind of the behavior or any kind of the state of mind or feeling or any kind of the thinking process. He or she no longer aware of the object in the various shape and form. Yeah. Shape and form means, for example, when we practice meditation in the beginning stages, we have a painful feeling, for example, in the hip. When we focus our mind, send to that place and focus on that, so we see the form of the hip, isn't it? Not only feeling. Oh, my head pain, like this. We feel, oh, my leg pain, oh, my shoulder pain, or my neck pain. So with the form, shape, with the shape. But we try to practice insight meditation with this stronger concentration power and stronger mindfulness power. We see different, totally different. So the various kind of shape and form disappear. Just only we saw the feeling at the time. The feeling is when we look at, when we watch the feeling, disappear. Like this. So he or she noted only the rapid dissolution. Rapid means very fast disappearing of the successive phenomena we see like this. Yeah. Before, when we feel painful feeling, for example, 1 hour of painful feelings, the whole 1 hour never change painful feeling. But after practice meditation, we try again and again, our understanding level more and more, we see just only very fast dissolution or very fast disappearing of the successive continuous phenomena we see. One after another, one after another, one after, not always painful. Just one after another, one painful feeling we have, but one after another. Like this, we understand differently. Yeah. Okay, so he or she perceived the swept passing away of the object of the awareness at the time, the feeling, or as well as noting the mind, nature of mind. Mind is so fast. So at the time, we saw the nature of mind. When we see the nature of mind changing, I want to change, I want to change. So focus on the want to change mind, desire to change. That mind, we focus on that, quickly disappear. Yeah. So that's why when we practice meditation, inside meditation, the teacher always give the instruction. If you want to change your body posture, if you want to make a movement, first you need to focus on your mind, which is desire to change, desire to make the movement. You need to focus on that mind, that kind of mind, first. And then after that, you need to change. Because that practice is you need to understand the nature of your mind. So mind is so fast, changing a lot. Yeah. So come to the realize more and more, very fast, rapid changing of the mind and material and whatever we watch with the mindfulness, only we saw is changing. Yeah. Yeah. So come to the vivid realization of the real nature of impermanence very strongly at that time. Not only reading and listening, or this nature impermanence. Reading and listening is not very strong. But our own experience, when we realize like this understanding is very strong. Because we prove ourselves. Oh, this is impermanent nature. I can prove myself by understanding my own experience with my own experience. So impermanent nature and unsatisfactoriness and also understanding is very important. So the object of awareness pass away, and the instant it make appearance, and there's no self to fasten one's attachment onto that. Because very quick, this appearance of phenomena, how we attach it, how we grab it, how we hold it, because just changing quickly. No time to hold it, isn't it? Yeah. So the knowing mind also dissolves so fast when you focus on the nature of mind. So there is no soul and nothing to hold it. So that's very that with very contemplating knowledge developed into the true nature of the impermanent and unsatisfactoriness and no soul. So all of these constitute right view. We say all of these understanding, we say right view. Yeah. So the Buddha said in the Eightfold Noble Path, Maggapaccaya, right view is very important. Because we practice, because we want right view, to gain the right view. Okay. So to experience the depth of the concept of the soul, to experience the theory of soul theory, disappearing, to experience the depth while we are living, take courage and the fearlessness of an impossible warrior, isn't it? Because death is everybody hate, everybody afraid of death. But when we see every moment, every phenomenon disappearing, so we understand the nature of death. Every moment, and in reality, we die. Understanding. Yeah. For me, before practice meditation, I'm very curious about the death. But after practice inside meditation, I understand. Oh, every moment I'm dying. So death is not the end of the one life. Yeah. Every moment, every phenomenon, all is passed away. This is momentary death. Momentary death. It's in reality, it's just only momentary death. Our life, 50 years old or 70 years old or 100 years old, whatever, composed of the momentary death at every moment. I, clearly understand about it. So it's a very, very important, isn't it? Okay, so from the time that the knowledge, analytical knowledge developed from the to the stage of right view of the insight, vipassana samadhi, and mind has been inclining toward the perceiving reality as it is in every moment. So this constitutes right thought. So right thought, right concentration is important to keep the mind fixed on the right object, and the right mindfulness remain aware of it. So that meaning is we practice inside meditation, trying to concentrate on the every meditation object, not only one concentration, but the other phenomena, right thought, right mindfulness, they are working together with the concentration. Yeah. So at the time, the meditator engaged in one or the four foundations of mindfulness. Satipatthana. Chattaro Satipatthana. Chattaro Satipatthana means four foundation of mindfulness. Yeah. Four foundation of mindfulness means contemplating the body posture, contemplating the body, contemplating feeling, contemplating the mind, contemplating the matter object. In Pali, is Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana, Vedana Nupassana Satipatthana, Chitta Nupassana Satipatthana, and Dhamma Nupassana Satipatthana. Yeah. So he or she contemplate with the right effort at the time. Yeah. Because without right effort, we cannot focus on the right meditation object. Yeah. So that's why the all phenomena working together. The Eightfold Noble Path, right concentration, right effort, right mindfulness. These three phenomena are always working together on the meditation object. Yeah. At every moment. Yeah. So making effort, arousing energy, and creating solitude around ourselves will intensify the practice. More and more practice. Yeah. Because we understand the reality little by little. So that understanding encourage ourselves to practice meditation more and more. Yeah. So the more you understand, the more we understand, the more we practice the inside meditation. Not only sitting, but also in our daily activity, we can practice inside meditation. What isn't it? Whatever we do, yeah. What the watching the plate, cleaning, everything we can focus on that and practice. Yeah. So intensifying the practice means more and more we practice. Yeah, make effort more and more. So the right effort, right concentration, and right mindfulness connect each other. These three path factors connect each other, support each other more and more. More right effort, more right concentration power we get, and more mindfulness power we have. Yeah. And then more and more we understand. Okay, so next one, we finished right thought. I mean right view. Right view is I think enough. I think we understand right about the right view. So we next will go to the right thought. Another part factors, right view and right thought. Second part factors, right thought. So There are three kinds of right thought. Samma sankappa in Pali. Samma deity, samma sankappa, samma vacha, samma kammanto, samma ajivo, samma vayamo, samma sati, samma samadhi. So the Buddha said in Pali. So the samma sankappa is the right thought in translated in English. So right, so there are three kinds of the right thought. Number one is nekkhamma sankappa. Nekkhamma means free from. Top, that means top of the renunciation. Renunciation means a retreat from the certain kind of thing. Retreat. Yeah. So the right thought means free from greed and sensual desire, aimed at escaping from the round of rebirth, samsara. So round of rebirth, samsara, so it's a kind of the nekkhamma sankappa. Samma sankappa. One kind of samma sankappa is a nekkhamma sankappa. Yeah. So today you attend that, the Abhidhamma lecture. So you need to escape from the daily other your activity, because you hear and listening and watching and learning the Dhamma, the Abhidhamma lecture. Yeah. So it's a kind of nekkhamma sankappa. So there's a monastery free from the greed that can renounce the five sensual pleasure. So five sensual pleasure means a pleasant sound, a pleasant sight, visible object, pleasant sound, pleasant smell, pleasant taste, and pleasant touch. So which can abandon attachment to these five group of the existence, mind and matter. So thought arising from such absence of the greed or anger or delusion are thought of renunciation. Yeah. Understand? Yeah, it's the right thought. And then number two. Number two is abhyapada sankappa. Yeah, abhyapada means bhyapada is anger, hatred. Abhyapada means no anger, no hatred. So top of the loving kindness. No hatred means loving kindness. So right thought for the welfare of the all living being. That means. So there's a loving kindness for all living beings, be it all man or animal, the which for their benefit and welfare. So this is we call abhyapada sankappa. And then number three, avihimsa sankappa. So vihimsa means make the torture. So means no torture. That means compassion. So thought of the compassion is avihimsa sankappa. So right thought for the no injury of the all living being, thought arising out of the compassion and sympathy for all living beings who are afflicted with the suffering is avihimsa sankappa. Yeah. And then the next one, sorry. We finish three, huh? Only three. Sorry. Only three. Nekkhamma sankappa, abhyapada sankappa, and avihimsa sankappa. So these three kind of the right thought appear in our mind. Yeah. And then next one is a right speech. Right speech there are four kinds of right speech. Samma vacha. In Pali, Samma vacha. Right speech, four. Number one is Musawada Vidati. Musawada Vidati means refraining from the telling lie, speaking untrue to make it appear as a true, and speaking true as a true is where untrue. So meaning is speaking false true, as we say lying, telling lie. So refraining from such kind of telling, we say Musawada Vidati. Vidati means refraining. And then number two is Pisuna Vacha Vidati. Yeah. Pisuna Vacha Vidati means refraining from the bad biting. And then calumny. That means all kind of talk that made two friends lose confidence in and regard for each other. So separate them, trying to talk to separate them. So that create the dissension between these two persons, or that slander another is backbiting. Yeah. So the Pisuna watcher is very, very dangerous. Talking is very easy to make. But, we need to refrain from the backbiting. Yeah. Okay. And then number three is Prusawacha Vidati. Prusawacha Vidati means refraining from using abusive language, abusive words, abusive speech, hurtful to the other. So speaking with anger, using abusive language regarding race, family, personal trait, occupation, extra, many things amount to offenses and abusive words. Yeah. So we need to be careful from that. And number four is Sampapalapa Vidati. Sampapalapa Vidati means refraining from frivolous talk or vain talk. Vain talk means meaningless talk. So such as telling legends and fable. This is fruitless for this war and then the next, or present and future. Yeah. So there are certain plays and novel that are of no benefit. They are written only for the sake of the entertainment. So these kind of things we say frivolous talk or vain talk. So these four kind of speech we need to refrain. We need to be careful. So the Buddha talk what relating to benefit. With benefit means atta in Pali. Atta means benefit. Are those that could bring long life, health, and honesty, acquire what in this existence, in this very life, and good results. Good results such as a human rebirth, or reborn in the deity or higher place in the next future existence. So what's relating to the Dharma phenomenon are those that relate to the ways and means for the attainment of the mentioned good result. We need to take such kind of words. So what's relating to the Vinaya? Vinaya means kind of the rules and regulation. We see in Pali, that those are related to the rules of conduct for the lay people and monk, guiding them toward the distraction or greed and hatred and delusion. Yeah. So the Buddha give the advice for us. It is not truthful and not helpful. Don't say it anytime. It is truthful and not full. Don't say it. Also, don't say it. So sometimes we need, it's a truth, but not helpful. So that kind of talking, we don't need to say it. And then it is not truthful, yet helpful. Don't say this also. So the only one we have to say is, it is truthful and helpful, but the Buddha point out, you need to wait for the right time to say that kind of talk. So this is a very beautiful guideline to talk, given by the Buddha. Very, very practical and very useful in our daily life. Yeah. So according to the guidance of the Buddha, whatever we say, whatever we talk, these are right speech. Yeah. Okay, you got it? Very beautiful teaching. Yeah. And then we need to focus on the Eightfold Noble Path, because our lecture is based on the path condition. So these three factors that circle around the right speech, so right view, right mindfulness, and right effort. Yeah, because to make a right speech, we need right effort. Because we need to refrain from the such kind of the four kind of musawada, pisunawasa, prosawasa, sapapalapa. So to refrain from them, we need right effort. Yeah. To make the right effort, we need to have the right mindfulness, isn't it? Without mindfulness, whatever we would like to say, we will instantly say it. So that kind of speech may be right or may be wrong if we don't have the mindfulness. So that's why we need mindfulness, right mindfulness. Not just only right effort, we need mindfulness as well, right mindfulness to make the right speech, to talk the right speech. Yeah, and also right view. Yeah, because we need that kind of speech. What we would like to talk is true or not. It is beneficial or not. It is the right time or not. We need to make a review before we talk, isn't it? So that's why we need right view. Right view means right samadhi. Yeah. So wisdom. We need wisdom. True or not, beneficial or not, right time or not. Without understanding, without right view, we cannot. We don't know about that. So whatever we want, we talk. Maybe good speech, right speech or wrong speech. Yeah. So that's why if we would like to talk right speech, we need also the other three but fetters, right mindfulness, samadhi, right effort, samayāṇa, and right view, samadhi. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we will go to another fetters, samma kammanda. In Pali, right action, samma kammanda. So the right action, samma kammanda, also there are three kinds. Number one, panadipada vidati. Panadipada vidati means refraining from the killing and injuring any living being. Yeah. This is very important because everybody loves their life. Even though the insect, very small creature, they also love their life. That's why we need to refrain from killing and injuring the other. Yeah. And then adinadana vidati. Adinadana vidati means refraining from taking properly which is not given. Yeah. So cheating or stealing, we need to we must to abstain from that. And then number three is kamechu mechachara vidati. Kamechu mechachara with refraining from that. Taking intoxicant. Yeah, taking intoxicant means the liquor and then the kind of the hearing or some kind of intoxicant. Yeah. And then from unlawful sexual misconduct, that those who are stay in the care of parent or guardian. Yeah, so we need to be careful. These three kind of the action, we need to abstain from that. We will be right action. Okay. Okay, so another fetish is sama ajiva, isn't it? Sama ajiva is a right livelihood. So right livelihood also, there are four kinds. Number one is duccharita micchajiva vidati. Duccharita means wrong. Duccharita means charita means doing. Do means wrongly doing. Mecha means mecha also wrong. Jiva means livelihood. So in the case of the lay person refraining from the wrong livelihood by means of an immoral, physical, and verbal action. Physical and verbal action. Immoral, physical, 3. Immoral, verbal, 4. So altogether 7. And then selling the weapons is also wrong livelihood. And then selling the livestock or human trafficking. Yeah. Nowadays all over the world, many problems, human trafficking. And flesh, killing animal and sell. So flesh. And then intoxicant, intoxicant, liquor, and the hearing, and then many kind of the chemical. So intoxicant and poison also. So if you're selling poison, this is not right livelihood. It's wrong livelihood. So we need to understand like this. It's a duccharita mecchajiva. We say these actions: selling weapons, livestock, flesh, intoxicants, selling poison. All these are dukkharita, miccha, jiva. Yeah, we need to refrain from that. And then number 2, anisana. Anisana, miccha, jiva, vidati. Yeah, anisana meaning it's mostly for the monk. Yeah, for the monk and recluse, refraining from the wrong livelihood. For example, by means of the giving fruits and flower to the lay person to win their affection. Yeah, to make the attraction. Yeah, giving the flower and the fruits from the temple. Yeah, it's kind of the anisana vichajiva. Yeah, so that's why the monk cannot give to the lay person. Yeah, but if you give the volunteer service to the temple, yeah, the monk can give that because they give the volunteer service. But without just visiting, so if you give because of that you want to make attraction or need to get that affection from them, so it's not a good livelihood. It's wrong livelihood. Yeah, for the monk. And then another one also for the monk. Kuhanadi Mechajiwa Vidati. Kuhanadi Mechajiwa Vidati means in case of the monk and rescued, not for lay people, refraining from the tricky and deception by means of the walking wonder. So wonderful thing, create a wonderful thing and make attraction from the lay people. So that kind of livelihood is a not good livelihood. So I would like to explain a little bit more. There are 5 crude ways of the earning livelihood. Crude way. Number 1 is a kuhana. Number 2 is a lapana. In Pali, these are Pali. I will explain. Number 3 is a nimitikata. Nimitikata. Number 4, nipesikata. Number 5, labena laban. Nijigisanata. All Pali. So number 1, kuhana means tricky and deception. That means kuhana. Tricky and deception. So it's mean fraudulently obtaining gifts and offering by making people think that one possesses extraordinary quality, such as a noble virtue. I would like to explain about this. So, we have the very strongly practice, very austere practice. We say in Pali, it's a dudinga. Dudinga is extra practice. But when we practice like this, we need to be, we need to be secret, not to show the lay people. Because if you show the lay people, they make more the respect because of the extraordinary practice. Like this. So at the Buddha time, there's 2 monks. There are 2 monks. One monk, he make a extra austere practice. That means he eat only one meal at one time. All the day. If he get some kind of the pure food, he didn't eat anymore. Just only that one he accept. He never accept the other. Kind of practice he make. So the friend of that man, kept the sugar cane liquid, so offer to him. So he drink. That's That means he cannot eat any other food. But he didn't show what he practiced. Secret, top secret. Even though the friend, monk, like this. Yeah. So we need to be careful. It's a kind of, if you spread kind of that Austria practice, extraordinary practice, it's that kind of the kuhana, tricky and decision for the monk, not for lay people. Lay people okay, but for the monk, they need to follow the rules, regulation. So understand? You understand? No? Because the lay people they like they impress more when the person practice practice extraordinary thing, they more impressed. That's why the monk practice need to be secret, not to show. If you show, the lay people impress and then more offering like this. This is kind of the tricky. This is not mine is not, maybe mine is maybe straightforward, or mine a little bit tricky. We don't know because mine is so change quickly. That's why the Buddha make a regulation. So okay. So noble Bhakyu, although one does not possess them, so everybody cannot practice Bhakyu. So no Bhakyu like this, like many kind of practice, extraordinary practice. That's need to be made the secret and practice. And then the lapana, number 2, lapana. Number 2, lapana means impudent talk in the connection with the properties and gifts. So lapana means talking. Talking to get something, you make a talking. Yes, we need to be careful. It's a very obvious to understand. Okay. Number 3. Number 3 is nimitika. Nimitikata means making gestures and hints to invite offering. So that means a monk or rescue trying to try to persuade the donor to invite the offering. So making pretend like this, no normal, So it's a nimitikata. It's not good value. And then nepesikata. Nepesikata means harassing with words so that one is obliged to make an offering. That means you try to get the offering, but oppressing the person. Person weak point. If you say the weak point of the person and try to get the offering like this. So nipisikata means So in Burmese, there's a story, very, very funny story. A monk come into the lay people house. So that person is very stingy, don't want to offer. So monk know the in the pot there's a dry fish. So dry fish. So he know he know very well. He tried to he tried to get the offering from oppressing way. Yeah. Okay. So like it's wrong livelihood. And then labena laban nigi niji gisanata. Niji gisanata means giving a small gift to get a bigger one. give the one buck, $1 to get to $100. So kind of the trick, tricking. Yeah, we use it in the daily life. Tricking. So the fourth monk don't do like this. Yeah, it's not right livelihood. It's a wrong livelihood. Yeah, we need to understand. Okay, and then number 4 is Tirichana Vijja Micha Jiva Vidati. Tirichana Vijja. Tirichana means the kind of the art, kind of the Tirichana Vijja. Vijja means wisdom. Vijja, opposite of Vijja. Vijja means wisdom or knowledge. Knowledge means kind of the art. So in the case of monk and rescue, this is for the monk and rescue need to follow. Refraining from the wrong livelihood, such as by means of the performing base art, such as the reading sign. Reading sign means on your palm, the sign. So monk see and then keep their what we say. Yeah. Keeping some future. Yeah. So it's a not like a good livelihood, and the omen which accounts the rule and practice of the order. Yeah, many different kind of the kind of the practice. Yeah, it's a wrong way. So the many different kind of the place, the ground, the nature of ground, or this is good ground, this is a bad ground. So not same like this is not good. Very good. Okay, and so we finish this journal with you. Yeah, we finished, and then another fetish of the mega bad condition is right effort. Sama vayama, right effort. So right effort also there are 4 kinds. Number 1 is anupananang akusalanang dhammanang anupadaya vayamo. Anupadana meaning upada means arising. Anupada is not rising. So striving in the practice of the noble eightfold path So that those vices that never arising, up no banana meaning, never arising during the present existence, may not arise even for the moment in the future existence. That meaning. No banana akusala, unwholesome. Unwholesome action, not arise, never arising, unwholesome action. No baraya wayamo means trying to make effort not to arise in this present light and future. And then opananang akusalanang, also akusala unwholesome. Dhammana pahanaya vayamo. Yeah. So this one is striving in the practice of the Noble Eightfold Path. So that's those vices that have already arisen. Opanana is the opposite of Nupanana. Already arising during the present time, present existence, may be dispelled there. Pahanaya means a dispel. Pahanaya, dispel, and may not arise even for the moment in the future existence. Yeah. And then number 3, anopanana kusalana. This is a wholesome. Anopanana kusalana, arising wholesome. Dhammana upadaya vayamo. So striving in the practice of Noble Eightfold Path, so that the 37 factors of the enlightenment, bodhipakkhaya dhamma. You told me it's 37. 37 factors, not the enlightenment, bodhipakkhaya dhamma. So have never arisen during the present existence, may arise here and now. Try to arise. No banana kusalana. That these kind of 37 factors kusala, wholesome. These wholesome are never arisen before. So trying to arise in this life. Here and now. This is another kind of the effort. And then number 4, opanana kusalana dhammana binyo bhavaya vayamo. So striving or making effort in the practice of the Noble Eightfold Path, so that the virtue, such as the morality, concentration, and wisdom, they have already arisen and are arising during the present time more and more, may develop continuously until the attainment of the final nibbana. Final nibbana means arahant, to become the arahant. Yeah. So these kind of the effort, we say right effort. Yes, right effort. So in briefly, we say number 1 is we need to try any kind of the unwholesome thing, even though never arisen before. We need to try to make effort not to do these unwholesome thing, and then already arising unwholesome thing need to remove a burden in this life. And then for the wholesome already never arising, trying to arise in this life, make effort. And then number 4 is already arising, try to more and more. Binyo bhavaya. Binyo bhavaya means more and more. So these all are, we say, right effort. Yeah. Okay. So let's stop here. So maybe next week we will finish. Okay, so thank you very much for your watching. So making right effort and right livelihood and right action, right speech, we make stronger and stronger in concentration power, power of mindfulness, power of these two. It's easily to understand the reality. The more we understand the reality, the more we have the power to remove the attachment and ignorance, so we can stop the round path accordingly. Okay, so before stop the lecture, we wish our Buddha teachings stay longer and longer in the universe. Same Buddha Sasana, Chirante do in 3 times, please. Buddha Sasana, Chirante do. Buddha Sasana, Chirante do. Buddha Sasana, Chirante do. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much for your listening. May you be well and happy and attain the enlightenment to go to the Nibbana. Thank you.